Hello and welcome back. We're making a video on the move today. It's been a busy week hanging out with baby man guy person sir extraordinaire, my wonderful son Vincent. I love the guy. Okay, so let's talk about Lights Out. Lights Out was a early radio show that was the brainchild of the NBC writer Wyllis Cooper. He had the idea for the show in the fall of 1933. And what he wanted to do initially was he wanted to do a 15-minute series that was a kind of crime and mystery serial. They eventually botched that idea in favor of doing an anthology series. So they ran it on a local station in New York City, and they did the 15-minute series from January to April of 1934, and then it was so popular that it got approved as a half-hour series and ran for I believe until 1947, 1948 or something like that, but it was rebroadcast until like at least the 60s. It also predated Inner Sanctum and Suspense, so this is like one of the real OG first radio horror shows. And, excuse me, the episode that we're talking about today is Chicken Heart. If you, maybe you heard this when you were younger, my dad showed it to me when I was a kid, but before Bill Cosby was revealed to be an actual real-life monster, and he was just doing comedy, he had a skit that was on his album Wonderfulness, where he was talking about how their parents didn't give them babysitters because it was just safer to leave them at home than have a stranger watch them. And they would often be up late night listening to shows like Lights Out, Inner Sanctum, and Suspense. And he was talking about the Lights Out episode, Chicken Heart. And this episode is essentially a 7.5-minute episode. That's just about a chicken heart that is in a solution in a lab, and it starts growing in exponential size, and it just keeps doubling its size and doubling its size until it breaks out of the building. Then it's a city block in size. Soon it's taking over the city and then the state, and they go over the math to just say the exponential growth of this thing. It's going to take over everything. I believe this was 1937, so this definitely predates the Blob, and it's a concept that's been done multiple times, even in the new Creep Show series from Greg Nicotero. That's one, I think it's like the second or third episode, is that exact same concept. But yeah, this predates all of those, and it's a pretty interesting story. Stephen King also wrote about it in his book Dance Macabre, and I think he called it the mind's willful obedience to pretty much imagine anything that is presented in front of you, no matter how ridiculous it is. He writes several pages on it, and he's got a good point, because a chicken heart growing sounds like an insane concept, but they execute it very well. It's very suspenseful, as ridiculous as it is, and it's definitely worth a listen. You should absolutely check it out. Y'all have a great day.